Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and we are back. And more importantly, the audio is back. I told you I was going to get a fix. Thank you all so much for the support yesterday, despite that ridiculous sound that was coming through the speakers. I really appreciate every single one of you. You guys are amazing. Let's get underway. So Ripple has been talking to central banks for a long time, says RippleNet GM. Now I wonder why he would come out and say that. Obviously, we heard the news of Swift, and they're starting to make moves, and they got 9 banks on board. So of course, a statement like this comes around. But I did mention that it would be crazy to not to think that Swift would make a move. Of course, you're not just going to let somebody come in and take all your clients. It was always going to be the case. But I think what's really interesting here is that RippleNet's has come out already saying, hey, by the way, we've been around for a while, we're going to be around for a while, and we've been talking to the banks for a long time. You know that, I know that, anybody who's been researching XRP for a long time, you know this, right? This isn't new information. What's really interesting though is this new war that's about to begin, between Swift and Ripple, and how one company is going to be obviously overtaking Swift. And so it's going to be very fascinating to keep an eye on, and we will be keeping an eye on. Now, I've had a lot of you come out and say, hey, did you know about this? Have you seen this before? And I'm going to share it with you. Yes, I am aware of this, and yes, Ripple is an AWS partner profile. Now, my thoughts at the moment, and I could be wrong, but what I believe is when the case settles, there will be a lot of talk between Amazon and Ripple, and more precisely, the XRP token. It just makes sense. The rumors have been circulating. I haven't really, to be honest, been talking to you guys too much about this, because a rumor is just that. It's a rumor. There's nothing else to it. And so I've been very quiet about it, but it is starting to circulate again. But this isn't the only company that is in talks with Ripple and the XRP and the entire blockchain system that Ripple have built. There are rumors of Apple. There are rumors of a lot of other different organizations in a lot of different industries. So patience, guys, patience, because that's all it is. I'm not going to go slap a logo of a company on a thumbnail just to get you to watch it, or tell you that Amazon is absolutely 100% going to be on board with Ripple, because that is not correct. And that is not, if we wanted to just go get views, I would just create a YouTube channel about funny jokes, and then, we just go get views, right? But what's important here is to keep our heads not in the clouds, but to have an open mind that maybe Amazon will come out and Ripple will come out and talk about a partnership, about how they're going to be working together. We've heard Brad Garlinghouse in the past mention the word Amazon and saying, we're not going to be like Amazon, we're going to be the Amazon of the payment system world. But patience, absolutely. Look, it is here, the RippleNet use cases, e-invoicing, international supply chain payments, global currency account, real-time cash pooling, international bill pay, and real-time remittance and international P2P payments. So they've got all they've got all the RippleNet members on here, and all the links that you can link back to Ripple. But that's not enough to make an assumption, Amazon came out yesterday and said, no, we're not going to be supporting Bitcoin. And then, the XRP army just jumps up and goes, yeah, that's because it's Ripple. Check out the links. No. Let's keep a cool, calm, collected approach to this. For now, it's just a profile. It means nothing. Now, I like this particular article, talks about digital currencies may be the answer to help unbanked. So Senator Elizabeth Warren appears to have softened her stance on crypto industry in recent remarks, saying that there are ways that the crypto world will be able to assist the world. And so she's, gone a little bit soft on it. There's been enormous failure by the big banks to reach consumers across all countries. And digital currency, central bank digital currency, may be an answer to that. Hey, surprise, how the people that aren't yet pro blockchain, pro crypto, pro instant liquidity one by one, they're all going to come around. Just like all the haters of XRP, they are all going to have a price point where enough is enough and they jump ship. Some people may be $3. Some people might be $10. Some people might be 20, 50, 100, 200, 300, whatever. But at some stage, one by one, majority will eventually come around. And when it comes to blockchain, it's the same thing. You can keep telling me, no, but once, there will come a time when you're like, okay, yeah, fine, you guys are all right, blockchain's here to stay, what an amazing tool, I've always truly believed in it. And then they come around and they make stories. It's like the people that loved MySpace. They loved the way it looked, and I got my top 10, and I can customize it, and I can code it. Why do I have to switch to Facebook? It's so ugly. Everybody switched to Facebook. Everybody went to Facebook, and nobody speaks about MySpace again. Which, by the way, I too enjoyed the layout, the colors, and everything around the MySpace and the top 10 and all that. It was brilliant. But if nobody's there, who cares? And that's exactly what's going to happen with blockchain. That's exactly what's going to happen with XRP in the future. At some stage, it will be their turn, the haters, to come around. Now, look what I got here. So this is the Digital Pound Foundation. So this is the certificate of incorporation of a private limited company. This is for the Digital Pound. This is massive. This is massive. Now, I want to take you to the next page. Check this out. Now, I know that the quality is not the best, but this is all we could do. Electron, Quant, Ripple Labs for the Digital Pound. They're the three. Do you understand like where we're going here? Like, this is huge. This is massive. Is it a coincidence that Quant's price and XRP price have both been going up at the same time? I don't know. I think it will be a pattern though, and it will be a massive pattern in the months and years to come. But you got to do your own research, please. Now, America being America has said senators add crypto taxes to infrastructure deal to raise $28 billion in extra revenue. Well done, guys. Just as momentum kicks in, you just come out and bring this type of news. Greediness, trying to make an additional $28 billion worth of infrastructure funding by expanding taxation on crypto transactions. Well done, America. You just don't understand how much you're going to put your country behind by doing things like this. Now, for the first time since May 12, Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is neutral. This is good. This is great signs for crypto in general, right? So we are back, and we're back in a big way. Let's jump into Atani. Let's have a look at some of the indicators today. All right, so as we begin to look inside Atani and what's been going on, right, we're on the hourly chart at the moment. We're sitting at 71 cents, about 4% down on where we were yesterday, but of course that was always going to happen. We had a massive rise. You got to consolidate a little bit. We've got Bitcoin at the moment above 40,000, 40,341 at the moment at the time of making this. But when we look at the daily chart on the XRP, we got massive momentum. We're outside of the Bollinger Band, so we got to come back inside the Bollinger Band at some stage and then consolidate and then continue again. But the MACD is major bullish. RSI, everything at the moment is screaming bullish. If we look at the 4 hour, again, MACD is bullish. RSI sitting almost into the overbought, but we're inside the Bollinger Band, which is great. 12 hour, we've just come back inside the Bollinger Band. And so for the daily, what I'm thinking is that we're probably going to go around, maybe around 70, 69 maybe, come back inside the Bollinger Band, and then we kick off again. So very, very, very exciting from that perspective. And it's so good to see the price, reflect, starting to begin the momentum that we all knew was coming, but it's just nice when you see it happen, like you saw the excitement yesterday as we took off, but very, very exciting to see this take place. Let's have a look at some drawings. What can we expect? Now, as we begin to look at the charts, of course, you got to mention the possibilities of coming back down. And always should have this type of approach. And we do have to mention it, right? I mean, if let's say for whatever reason we were to go down, how far could we go down? We would probably touch 54, which is something that I have mentioned before about retracing back to here before we continue up and up and up. So you got to be conscious of that, right? And be prepared. Not that it's going to happen, but it it could happen, right? And we gotta look at it from that. Realistically though, 78 cents target, 80 cents target, then 83 cents are very important for the bull flag. Support levels at around 60, 68 to 64. And these are really the pressure points to make sure that once we break them and consolidate above them, we're good. Like we're on our way. So 78 is the next stop. And we gotta go above 78 and see how strong we are above 78 and consolidate above it. So be on the lookout for that. Once we do that, then I think there will be a retrace back to 67. And then we go to 92. And then from there, we will then, $1.10 is the next support level. At that support level, it will be very, very critical. So 79, 92 to 98, and then $1.10. $1.10 one's big. Now, after that, when we look at the XRP versus Bitcoin dominance and what is looking to come out once we break above $1.98 and we consolidate above it, we don't really have resistance until we get to 330. And remember that the XRP bull run begins at 330. So, very exciting. We got RippleNet members coming on saying, we've been talking with central banks for years. We got Digital Pound having the XRP and Quant as part of its program. On-demand liquidity in Japan is coming. The SEC case, of course, I'll keep you up to date with what's going on, what's happening, and how we're going in that perspective. But it's a very exciting times ahead. I cannot wait to bring you the next lot of information. As always, if you do like the channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.